All right, guys, week 2 recap of the 60/20 project. This is take 2 because my air fryer was going off and making all the fucking sounds, and that would have just sucked for the video. So, week 2, weight loss this week, another 2.4 pounds, which makes it a total of 5.9 pounds for the second week total. So 2.4 for last week, and a total of 5.9 pounds, which is great. Last week I had said at the end of my week 1 video that I was looking to target about 3 pounds at the end of this week, and it came in at 2.4, so that's good. That's good. I'm on track. Positive changes. I am seeing more definition. If you look at my posts and the pictures in the morning when I post myself standing there in my underwear, you're seeing more definition through the legs and the shoulders. When I'm training and I start to create a pump, pushing a lot of blood into the muscles, it's much more evident. There's veins starting to come out of the shoulders and stuff. The pump is really good. So it's popping really well. So as soon as I get about 20 minutes into a workout and the muscles that I'm working on are just gorging with blood and getting a good pump and burn going, it's even more evident, which is really cool. I fucking like that. And the momentum of sticking to the plan is growing. So, week 1 is good. You're excited. I don't like using the word motivated, but you are motivated because you're starting something. So, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, it's getting through the weekend. So we just got through a second weekend, and doing that and staying on course, on target, that's creating momentum. Those are 14 days in a row that I got up every morning and I did the picture. I got up every morning and I did the weigh-in, and on top of things. So that daily success creates momentum. And once the momentum is going, once an object is in motion, it will stay in motion much easier. I think some dude named Newton came up with some sort of law about that thing a couple hundred years ago. So really good about that. Some negative stuff that's not always the most exciting. There's a bit of a dip in the strength. I was hitting some heavy bench yesterday, and 4 plates, 405 felt really heavy. Now, 2 things. I hadn't gone heavy in about 2 months or so. So there was that, but just there's a certain amount of beatdown that's happening with the deficit and the 6 days a week that I do the volume training. It's a bit of a different animal stuff, but felt good to go heavy. My second bench day, and I'm going to keep pushing it. So I think getting back into just doing heavy regularly, my bench will just start moving back up on its own. But that 405 felt like 550, so that's part of the deficit part. So that's a little bit of a negative thing. And social events. Second week in a row, there was dinners, there was activities and stuff, and they're tough. We went to a restaurant on Friday, ate clean, that wasn't a problem. Small group, good conversations, that was really cool. But what happens with some of the events that come up and you go to, I don't drink, so there's that, and I'm not eating the desserts and carrying into the food and stuff like that. It's not cheat night. So what? It gets a little boring. You just feel like you're hanging out. So I just got to get used to that a little bit more, and that's just the way it is for now. This is for 60 days. I got some big goals, and at the end of 60 days, I'm gonna go out and have some fun. I'm gonna celebrate, do some cool shit. But it's a little bit of a struggle. It's not easy, right? It's not a reason to fucking derail. It's not a reason to go fuck it, throw your hands up, and I can't ever have fun again. No, you just gotta understand what you're going through is a priority, and you have to adjust a few things. And this is some of the areas that isn't the best. Speaking of adjustments, things that I want to adjust, I talked about it last week, about doing my workouts earlier in the day when I had the more amount of energy, whereas getting into later in the evening, at the end of my day, after my AM and my PM clients, that alone is a little tiring, but in a deficit, I was noticing even more tired. So what I talked about last week was adjusting my workouts to earlier in the day, and that's exactly what I've done, and it's made a huge difference, and I'm going to continue to do that going forward. That is the magic. So as I look at my schedule and I have a couple small gaps in the morning between clients, I'm picking and choosing what weight body parts I want to hit. So that's cool. And a couple other things I want to work on, just being a little more organized at home, just stay on top of the food prep, make sure I've got lots of the raw materials to make what I need so that I don't run into a gap or a deficit and that kind of thing. And workspace. One of the next thing I'm going to work on next week is creating a better workplace, adjusting some things, tightening some things up, fixing some internet. My internet sucks in the house, so we're going to work on getting Bell in here and upgrade some shit and that kind of stuff. So that's part of that momentum, that when the good things are happening and you're seeing changes because you're taking action and you're following structure, right? You kind of fall in the habit where, okay, what's next? You get into that flow. So what's really cool about that is you become more capable because you're just more capable. You're in the flow of let's get shit done, let's take action. And that's a great place to be. right? Whereas if you're in a flow of just fucking coming home and flopping on the couch every night because you're tired, and I believe you are, because of the way you're eating and not training and not taking care of yourself, the day itself becomes the hardest thing. You get caught in that, right? You get more and more tired. You eat shit. You feel like eating shit. You don't feel good. I want to treat myself, right? That kind of thing. Well, the same is true when you go to the other way. When you start creating structure and you start creating success and you start doing the hard things and you feel it and see it. So on the internal, you're being successful. You're keeping your word to yourself, and you're proud of yourself, and good things happen. But on the physical, you're moving better. 10,000 steps a day. You know what that means? You got to keep moving, right? So you can't just stop at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because you probably still have, depending on what you do for a living, 2,000 to 4,000 more steps to do. So you know what? I'll go work in a garage a bit. I'll go do this, right? That is really cool. So what happens is that creates momentum, that creates just enjoyment, and you want more of it, right? And I got this done. I knocked this off the list. Let's knock this off the list next week. So it gives you purpose, but you're getting more energy and you're getting more just good stuff happening that you want to keep that going. And here's the other thing too. What's hard with weekends is we have more time on our hands. So not just the socials on the Fridays and the Saturdays, but Sunday, that's the quietest day of the week for me. That is the quietest day. So you know what? I'm going to think about food more. I have more opportunities, more empty spaces, there's more voids, and we're going to fill the voids. So, right? Busy today, shop, got a lot of food ready, that kind of thing. Came back, I want to change something downstairs for my heat press, so I went to Home Depot to check a few things out, that kind of thing. Opportunity to jump on the bike, a little chilly, didn't matter, right? It was busy, got shit done. Now, the last thing I'm doing tonight is this last recap video, and I'm going to chill for a little bit. I'm going to watch a little bit of TV and chill a little bit and just relax. A good week, a good weekend. Finishing prepping my food. I got the last little batch cooking right now, and that's all ready to go. So you know what? By the time I go to bed tonight, all my food's ready. All my meals are ready. My shit's done. I got a great weekend. I got some rest, did some cool stuff. I'm going to relax a little bit. And then when I get up tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. to get my day started, I'm going to feel better about it. Not just physically, but mentally. I'm going to feel better because I'm going into a start of another week, the third week of the 60-20 project. I had 2 successful weeks, worked hard, got some good results, and I want more of it, right? I post it every day, so we're getting conversations, we're getting cool things happening, lots of great comments, some stupid comments, great conversations. A couple more people, have come onto the online program. We're going to be releasing that officially next week. Personal training is busy. People are stepping there. Even my clients are seeing what I'm doing, and they're stepping up their game, and they're already working hard, right? So it's really cool. So that's why I like using the social media as my social accountability as well. Because listen, if I don't post my picture tomorrow morning by a certain time, I will have some people asking what's going on, because they've gotten used to it. Some people are cool because they're finding it inspirational and motivational, and some people are watching me to see if I'm going to fuck up. Trust me, right? That shit's happening too. So that's what's going to happen, right? When you do good things, some people will, build you up. They will encourage you, and some people are just waiting to see you fucking trip and fall so they can go right? So they can fucking point their fingers at you, but at the same time justify their shit show themselves, right? So another good week. My goals for next week: let's drop another 2 pounds. A little slower on the thing. Let's keep going with those great workouts. Let's just get good shit going. We've got lots of stuff happening. I got some new merch coming out. I got some new stuff happening. We're working on the next meet, July 18th. We're already at 31 lifters, which is fantastic. We got some we're doing a lot of fun fucking shit, right? We got some gym tours coming up. I have a whole boatload of pictures and videos that we'll be releasing from the last couple of events. The Arnold's in March, and the October, the Olympia. I still haven't released a ton of pictures and videos we've done, so I really want to get that going, just to fucking show all the cool shit we're up to and stuff like that. So that's it. I'm gonna shut it down there. Great week, and gonna get up tomorrow morning and fuck shit up all week long. So I'll talk to you guys later.